Obviously, I'm going to hit on the previous game on Saturday, and then we'll move on to Miami. But I'm just kind of curious. Coach Fedora and everybody is saying that weather's not an excuse, and I totally understand that. I know you're going to say that as well. However, when you're in conditions like that, how much does it really affect what you guys are trying to do?
Well, it just depends on how you grip the ball and what goes on. You like to get some rhythm. Unfortunately, we had 9 drops, and they were very catchable balls that, whether it's rain or not, we got to find a way to get it. I mean, everybody's playing in the same conditions, so we catch those, you create some momentum, and that's what our offense is about, is getting in a rhythm, and we just never got in a rhythm one way or the other. And now you got to give them credit for not allowing us to get in a rhythm, but you know you're going to have a few balls that slip here and there, whether it be a punt or a snap or a drop or a strip. That's just the way the conditions are going to cause some of that, so you try to limit that as much as possible.
Was there a point maybe where it got a little bit mental with some of the guys?
Well, I don't doubt that any point in time in a game that it never stops raining and rains all day, that if you allow it to get there, that it can get there to you. Like I said, when things are going good and you're catching them, you catch the first 1 or 2 or something good happens to you, whether it's dry or wet, that's a mentality that creeps in your mind that you got to fight the snakes that can get in there. We allowed stuff to creep in that really wasn't there and allowed the weather to be a factor, obviously.
Coach Fedora said that yesterday and today, the best Tuesday and Wednesday practice of the season so far. Why do you think that is?
Probably focus. It kind of got us back on track. The kids were determined that we have some goals that we want to attain and know that this is a big part of it. And they let an opportunity slip away from us last game, and it was a Coastal Division game, and that's a goal of ours to be Coastal Division champs again. So we got to buckle down and laser focus.
I just asked Ryan about what Miami does with their coverages. There's a perception that they play a lot of man coverage out there, and I asked him, I said, they play more than anybody you play? He said, no, actually they don't. They disguise, they do a lot of deceptive stuff. What do they do in their secondary that can create a challenge for you guys?
Well, they'll blitz and play zone behind and a lot of different facets of it. They play a lot of different things, so that's one of their smoke and mirror things, that they're very athletic and then they can cover you man, but they give the illusion sometimes that they're going to play man, bring a blitz, and play zone behind it. So you got to be on point the way they do it. They play a ton of coverages, they really do. So they mix it up and give you drop 8, they give you 3 down, give you 4 down, give you man, they give you 0. They give you a lot of 3 deep, quarters, halves. So they give you the whole gamut, really.
So they're trying to get the quarterback get rid of the ball quickly. So obviously, with the kind of guys you have, especially with Ryan's ability to run those short little routes and stuff like that, I would think that's a weapon that you have.
That is, and that's why they play some zone behind it. They put some people in places you don't expect them to be with the blitz. So that's very difficult for the quarterback to know where he's going to go with the ball, and the receivers to understand what type of zone coverage and zone blitz it is, or is it a man blitz or man coverage. So they'll give it to you all. One
last question, speaking of Ryan, the 30 catches in 2 games. You've coached a lot of sensational players before. He's probably a little different than some of those guys, but how amazing was those 2 weeks for him?
Well, anytime you put a string like that together, it's kind of once in a lifetime thing. They just don't come around very often to have basically 30 catches in 2 games, and to be in our style of offense, because we run the ball as well as we do throw it. Now there's some out there that just throw it every down that may have something like that, but not in our style.
Cool. Thanks a lot, appreciate it.